We are here, we are here, we are here. One is an amazing day. Okay, everyone, this is Cam Jones, FX Daily Analysis. Disclaimer, I'm not a professional. Please watch these videos at your own risk. These videos for entertainment purposes only. Thank you. Friends and family on Telegram. Families and friends will prosper. Pick up for business. Okay, guys, we are marking up BTC USD. Let's take a look what's going on in the market. All right, first thing we want to identify is price action. Last candle in the market, price goes up. How far are we looking at areas of highs? Price come down. How far are we looking for the market price to go down from the area of price action? This area here. If it drops below that, we can see that we're going to be going back to the bottom of that low. We're going to work up this first section. We get through a midpoint in the line, midpoint in the middle here. Let's take a look at what's going on. So near price, we see three white soldiers pushing up. That's a lot of good momentum. We also see the breakout and retest, the breakout at least on the midpoint line. We definitely see a whole bunch of incline with the bodies and the wick showing that the price is going towards that uptrend. We headed down towards the lowest low. We see that we got a double bottom and a retest. The market pushed up. So let's see. And then overall, we see that the market pushed up once, came back down, and it's pushed up for that second time. So we got to wait to see what's going to go on in this area. If it's going to keep on pushing, or is the market going to come down, or it's going to consolidate, or it's going to go up to new areas of higher highs. Headed down to the weekly time frame. Let's see what we see. So we got about three pushes to this area here. So 1, 2 with the spikes, 3, and then market pushed up. So that's like a double bottom and a retest. And the market pushed up, came back to retest again. So it still can push up a few more times before losing momentum. And also we can see last active candle is a very dominant bullish candle. Actually dominated the previous candle, which is a doji. But definitely showing that the market's going to go up. Just waiting for the market to close out on this as well. And it actually overlapped a few candles on this side as well. So it's very dominant for that uptrend. And there's a few things that this market can do. If you think about putting this to the consolidation, market broke up, came back to retest, it's pushed up again. Market can do consolidation sideways. You get that push up from here. After that, it will be like a retest. The market's going, or the market just do some type of doji or some type of weak candle in this area, and then push down to come back down. Let's see if we could walk down the time frame, identify what the market is doing. And overall, it almost looked like an incline W. Okay, so let's see if that confirms on the way down. On the daily time frame, what do we see? All right, this market is very bullish. A lot of red, a lot of green candles pushing up. If we head down to a low, we did get that triple bottom, so we can see the spikes here. Market retest and pushed up. The market did break the midpoint line that I created. And you can see that break. So what we're going to be looking for is that market coming back down for that retest in red candles before it pushed back up. If it's a true uptrend. If not, it can just consolidate in this area here until it finally breaks out or get that breakout down to the downside. Let's see if we can take a look at what's going on. Overall, you can see that double bottoms forming. That's that first leg, second leg, third leg, fourth leg. So that is the break. So it definitely has to retest and shoot up. So the double bottom look like it's respected. But just be aware that we are at an area of resistance, and that is considered 2 pushes to the top. So market pushed up once, came back down. Market pushed up twice, came back down. Okay, it should be coming back down in this area here. It can break up further, then come down later, or it can come down now or soon. But it has to do a break and retest. If it doesn't happen on this time frame, it can happen on the lower time frame. So let's take a look. And we can see the multiple touches at the bottom of the 4 hour. So we have identified the triple bottom. It was a double bottom in the retest we have found on the lowest low point. It definitely identifies here with multiple W's, W here, and a W here. So that's just a triple bottom. So market came down once, came back up, market came back down twice, came back up, came back a third time, pushed back up, retests within these areas of these dojis in this area here. Very, very weak candles, okay? Look like inverted hammers, a whole bunch of inverted hammers. So those are retests, and the market pushed up once, twice, 3 times. And if it didn't push and break for this final time, the market's gonna come down, and we get that full breakout. So once we got that full breakout, that means that the market started over here. So this would be just a double bottom, first, second, third, fourth retest. Market pushed up once. First, second, third, fourth retest. First, second, third, fourth retest. Market pushed up once. Retest. Market pushed up twice. We are looking for that retest to happen. I don't know when it could push up a little further, but it should be a retest. So if this is higher highs, and this is the previous doji from the push up, then it can come to this midpoint and push back up further, or it could come as low as here and then come up. If it breaks this area low, it's probably headed back down to the previous low. If it did a break and retest, to drop down. So you guys should be looking for some type of retest somewhere within these lines before the market goes up. If it goes up, if not, it's going to drop it back down. Headed down to the 3. So something's going on here. Market's having a hard time breaking. We can see multiple pushes to the top. See 1 spike, 2 spikes, 3 spikes, 4. So that's a quadruple top. So it has one more chance to push up. So if it doesn't break fully out of these bodies, these candles in these wicks, and that'll be the 5th time. If it doesn't break, that market's coming back down. It can create some momentum at this midpoint area here and then go up. And if it breaks down lower, it can come here and try to create the momentum from the lower line that we created right here. And then if it breaks this and you find that retest in this area here, then that market could be selling down back to lower lows. So let's see if we can confirm that. Okay, now we see what? How many pushes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 pushes. It's still an active candle, so you got to give this candle still time to grow. Also, we see that the body of this last active candle did engulf the previous candle, so it's showing that the market is going up, but it still didn't break these wicks. It has to break the price action candle, has to break the previous wick. It's almost there with the body, and it has to break this wick over here. So it still has to push up some more. So let's see if that confirms headed down the time frame. Okay, it's almost there. It still has to. It caught up to one of the wicks, but it ain't completely break. Still have to push up some more. So now it's a whole bunch of dojis. So the market is consolidating, and now we got something going on in here. So now we can see that incline. So that's that first push, second push, third push. So that's a triple top so far. So this market has about 2 more times to push up. And if it doesn't break, then that means it's coming back down after some type of doji or weak candle in this area. So this market has to eventually has to break this area here. Okay, so it could come back down, create some momentum, and push back up, or it can consolidate and drop back down. But we can see we are at that third push. Okay, so this is the 4th push, looking at it on a 15. So far this market is about to drop. And what we see is that we see multiple pushes to the top of this area. And let's see how many times that the market did push up. We get a big spike here. That's 1. We got a second push up, 2. We got another one, 3. That's 4. Maybe 5. And it pushed up again. So it looked like in this area, this is a double bottom. So the market it just started over. So it may not be able to come back down. So what we see is first leg, second leg, third leg, fourth leg retest. So this is the area where we're looking for some type of, if we get a big green candle near price, near at price action, or maybe the next candle before the doji, that means that market can go up. It has to, the next green candle has to engulf this whole area here for it to push up to new areas of higher highs. If not, that is about what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5, 6 pushes to the top. I would say 5, and that can be the market dropping right back down. If we get a big red candle, last but not least, the market can build itself as in consolidation, and you get that push up to the bottom or push down to the downside. We got to give this market time to form. You're looking for some type of engulfing pattern or some type of dominant pattern to take the market to the upside or downside. So what we did get, okay, I did confirm that. So from the 15-minute, I did see that double bottom. I confirmed it right here. We just confirmed it right here. And what do we see? We see a double bottom. So here we go. First, second, third, fourth, retest. Market pushed up once, retest. And now we got to wait, it's going to see what's going on. But near price action, if we look at this old area here, this is multiple pushes to the top. I think this is coming back down probably, but let's take a look. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus the doji. So that market retested multiple times here and did not break. Okay, so this market could be coming down for that downtrend up to where that midpoint line that I just created just now, and it could face some momentum up here and come back up. But so far, it looks like it's coming down because we also have the market broke retest. Now we can see that market's coming down. The last active candle did dominate the previous one, which was a doji, and that's what we was looking for in the higher time frame. I think we was at the 30 when I was saying you guys probably going to look for a engulfing pattern to the upside and downside after the doji, and we found it on the 5-minute. We see a dominant candle before the doji, which is showing that the market is working its way down. Price action candle is price action body is below the previous 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 candles, or 8.5 candles so far. So that's very dominant. So that candle actually dominated all this. So look like it's definitely going for the downside. So if you want to count that half, just count the pieces that's here. And we can see it's pushing down as well. So that market is probably going to head back down to this down area, that midpoint I had created on the maybe 15 or 30, I think I did. And the market come back up, headed down to the 3. Okay, now we see something here. So this market, it did a triple top and a retest. So this is about to drop. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, triple top, retest, market selling. Okay, and this area here is having a little bit of issues. We can see that. So this could be the area where it can create some momentum and push back up. And why we see we see the market going down for that decline. It looks very good with the last two with the last two candles. With the bodies is below the bodies, but when we look at those wicks in this area here, it's having a hard time breaking. So these wicks is almost side by side. It's not really much of a drop with the price action wick, showing that the market may be having some issues dropping, but we still have to let the market form. Okay, so we did get that break, retest, market selling down, headed to the 1. Okay, so the 1 is showing we got 1 push up, 2 push up, 3 push up, triple top, retest, market selling. I think it just identified what we see on a 3-minute. And here go the doji. Okay, so now we're looking for some type of engulfing pattern to up. That's going to be a big green one, may take the market back up. It can be a big red one, take the market back down, or the market can consolidate and rebuild itself to maybe drop down or drop up. So, so far the market's like it is headed back down to my lowest low after that triple top and retest. After triple top and retest, it still can push down a few more times. So far it looks like a downtrend. I mean, not the overall downtrend. The overall trend is up, but the market is pushing down to come back to a midpoint to create some momentum to work its way back up. Okay, guys, very important information, guys. Please study Forex pattern cheat sheet. Figure out what direction of the market is going to go into with the patterns. Also, please study breakout and retest strategies in the market, understanding that when the market is in an uptrend and it breaks the area of resistance, what's going to happen next. Okay, guys, this is Cam Jones, FX Daily Analysis. Thank you for watching, and thank you for your attention. BTC, USD.